Are you curious about how Donald Trump's second term as president could positively reshape the Caribbean's future? This video dives into the unexpected opportunities for growth, trade, and tourism that his policies might create for the region. From capitalizing on nearshoring trends and boosting tourism infrastructure, to fostering energy transformation and stronger U.S. Caribbean ties, we'll uncover how the Caribbean can strategically position itself to thrive in a changing global landscape. Stick around for actionable insights and a comprehensive breakdown that will leave you informed and inspired to understand the bigger picture. Much discussion in the media has surrounded how his radical policies could spell hard times for the rest of the world, including the Caribbean, but it is not all doom and gloom. A second Trump presidency could present a range of opportunities for the Caribbean region, particularly in areas such as economic development, trade, and regional security. Building on his administration's America First agenda, Trump's policies leave openings for the region to capitalize on trade opportunities, improve regional security, and improve its overall economic position. So today, we will focus on the positives that a new Trump presidency may bring for the region and highlight the opportunities that exist for the Caribbean to capitalize on. So stay tuned as we answer some pressing questions on what positive impact a Trump presidency could have for the region. The biggest concern among the media and major nations is what a Trump presidency will do for global trade. As you may know, Donald Trump's trade policy stance is characterized by a strong focus on America First, emphasizing bilateral trade agreements, reducing trade deficits, and prioritizing fair and reciprocal trade. Notably, Trump has promised to impose tariffs on other nations that export to the United States in an attempt to shore up US-based manufacturing and industries. While this has put major nations such as Canada, China, and the European Union on edge, the Caribbean is in a much better position and may even lead to some positive outcomes. This is because these aforementioned countries have trade surpluses with the United States, especially in core industries. All but 2 Caribbean countries, however, carry trade deficits with the US, i.e., they import more from the US than they send, better positioning the region to avoid the possible negative effects that a renewed trade policy with the US may cause. The 2 countries with trade surpluses, Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago, may also not see the negative impacts of trade tariffs as their primary export to the United States is oil, which aligns with US foreign policy goals of nearshoring its supply chains. However, considering President-elect Trump's priority on US energy independence, there remains much that can change. Speaking of nearshoring, this phenomenon has been steadily increasing in the United States and is another opportunity for the Caribbean. Nearshoring, relocating supply chains closer to the United States, offers Caribbean nations an opportunity to position themselves as strategic partners due to their geographic proximity, established trade relationships, and competitive labor markets. The Caribbean could benefit from increased foreign direct investment as US companies seek to diversify and secure their supply chains by moving operations closer to home. This shift could stimulate local economies by creating jobs in manufacturing, logistics, and technology, while fostering knowledge transfer and infrastructure development. Sectors such as pharmaceuticals, textiles, and agriculture are particularly well positioned to leverage nearshoring opportunities, given existing expertise and export capabilities in these areas. Moreover, Trump's emphasis on reducing dependency on China for critical goods aligns with the Caribbean's potential to act as a reliable regional hub for trade and production. By engaging in strategic negotiations, Caribbean nations are poised to attract investments from some of the US's biggest companies. By the way, if you're finding value in this video or enjoying the content, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you. Another essential aspect that President Trump's re-election could have on the region is double-sided, where we tend to hear only the negative. President Trump's stance on American energy independence has been a siren of his since his re-election campaign, with his pro-fracking stance playing a pivotal role in the US, achieving record levels of oil and natural gas production. While it is acknowledged that continued reliance on fossil fuels will jeopardize the Caribbean due to its effects on climate change, alternatively, increased oil and gas production reduces the price of fuel. As President Trump promises to increase U.S. production, the world, including the Caribbean, can expect the cost of gas to fall. But beyond it being cheaper to drive your car, this will likely see prices for a host of goods fall. This is because oil is the primary source of many Caribbean countries' electricity supply, which is incorporated into every good produced in the region. In short, increased production of U.S. oil could see prices fall and temper inflation. Additionally, the Caribbean is likely to see increased access to U.S. liquefied natural gas (LNG). The Trump administration has consistently promoted the export of LNG as a cleaner and more affordable alternative to traditional fuels. Caribbean nations, many of which rely heavily on costly imported oil, could reduce energy costs and improve energy security by transitioning to LNG. This shift would not only bolster economic growth, but also support the region's goals for cleaner and more sustainable energy. Finally, President Trump's re-election is expected to positively impact the Caribbean through enhanced opportunities in the tourism sector, a critical driver of the region's economies. The United States is the primary tourist market for most of the English-speaking Caribbean and the region as a whole, so improvements to the U.S. economy are expected to lead to increased tourism in the region. But beyond the ancillary effects of an improved economy, President Trump has been a strong advocate for economic growth in the private sector, and his administration's pro-business policies could encourage U.S. investment in Caribbean tourism infrastructure. Projects such as hotels, resorts, and cruise ship terminals could boost the region's capacity to attract and accommodate more visitors. Additionally, the administration's focus on improving U.S. air travel and trade relations is expected to increase direct flights and travel packages to the Caribbean, making the region more accessible to American tourists who represent a significant share of the visitor market. Furthermore, Trump's administration emphasized security partnerships, which could enhance safety measures across the Caribbean, an essential factor for attracting tourists. Enhanced safety, coupled with local investment and partnerships with U.S.-based agencies, could further solidify the Caribbean's position as a premier destination for American travelers, fostering economic growth and resilience in the sector. There are other opportunities for collaboration and potential positive outcomes with a renewed Trump presidency. For instance, the Caribbean in recent years has been threatened by transnational crime related primarily to narcotics trafficking and simultaneously has been battling with the flow of guns into the region. President-elect Trump's stance on crime has been much sterner than his predecessor, and it appears the region is set to see renewed vigor of U.S. cooperation and assistance under the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative, CBSI. Another potential benefit emerges in the aspect of U.S. foreign policy and how the Caribbean can closely align with U.S. connections. As President-elect Trump continues to focus on juxtaposing China, Trump has stated his desire to bring more countries into the fold of the United States and be a counterbalance to President Xi. This gives Caribbean and Latin America the option to be a strong and reliable partner in global affairs, to pursue global policies alongside the United States, and even play both parties to achieve regional successes. The prospect of Donald Trump's re-election as U.S. president is often met with polarized opinions, yet it is not as gloomy for the Caribbean as some might suggest. While yes, Trump has guaranteed an America-first approach to policy, this does not mean the 47th President of the United States is not open to dialogue or cooperation. With a strategic and pragmatic approach, the region stands to benefit significantly from the priorities and policies of the Trump administration. From the nearshoring of supply chains and enhanced trade relations, to opportunities in tourism, energy and infrastructure development, the Caribbean could position itself as a key partner in hemispheric collaboration. Trump's pro-business and investment-focused policies could create pathways for economic growth, job creation, and technological advancement across the region. His emphasis on energy independence, bilateral trade, and regional security offers opportunities for consensus and agreement on a host of issues. And ultimately, the decisions lie with the region in determining how to proceed and seize advantages. While challenges exist, they also present opportunities for the Caribbean to engage diplomatically, negotiate effectively, and leverage its strategic advantages. With the right leadership and vision, the re-election of Donald Trump could be harnessed as a moment to deepen U.S. Caribbean relations, drive regional development, and create a more resilient future. Check out this video on Caribbean immigration, tourism, and trade. Will Donald Trump's policies hurt or help the diaspora? What do you think about the potential opportunities for the Caribbean under Trump's second term? Which area, trade, tourism, or energy, do you believe holds the most promise for growth in the region, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. Don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. And to stay updated on all our latest content, make sure to turn on the notification bell. Your support helps us keep bringing you the best insights and stories from the Caribbean. This is Caribbean Focus. See you in the next video.